Republican voters are gathering across the state of Iowa tonight for the first nominating contest of the 2012 presidential race. And we're starting to get our first bit of information about what those voters were thinking as they headed to the caucuses. An entrance poll of about 600 early arriving caucus goers suggests there are three top-tier candidates in Iowa. That's former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum, and Texas Congressman Ron Paul. Now, this is really no surprise. Romney has widely been considered to be the GOP frontrunner. Paul has set himself apart in Iowa with his libertarian-leaning views, and Santorum has put virtually all of his campaign's energy into Iowa, where he's been trying to convince voters that he's the only true conservative in the race. Now, this leaves Newt Gingrich, Michelle Bachmann, and Rick Perry in the second tier of candidates. Early results from the entrance polls show that early arrivals at the caucus wanted a candidate who could defeat Barack Obama, and about a quarter prioritized the selection of a true conservative. Just over 1 in 5 said they sought a presidential candidate with strong moral character. And no real surprise here, the economy and the federal budget deficit were the top issues for caucus attendees. This information was all gleaned from interviews with about 600 early arriving caucus voters at 40 precincts across the state of Iowa. But a word of caution, this is what voters were saying when they were going into the caucuses, not what they were saying when they came out of the caucuses. And if you know anything about how the Iowa caucuses works, once you go into the caucus room, volunteers from each of the presidential campaigns have until the very last minute to try to convince you to switch your support to another candidate. So we'll have to wait for the actual results tonight. I'm Julie Pace for the Associated Press in Washington.